Amigos, otra fiesta desde SeaWorld en Orlando en el Seven Seed Food Festival. Estamos aquí con Joey Fatone y Chris Kirkpatrick. Hello, hello.
Hey, hello.
How's it going?
Good. Fantastic. I'm a little raspy, but fantastic.
Fantastic. So exciting. It's been an amazing day. This festival is amazing. I love SeaWorld. Let me tell you, SeaWorld's amazing. I love it.
Time. You know, again, it's so crazy because my parents, my mother, my brother, and I believe my sister all worked here back in the day when we first moved here to Florida.
Really?
So it's kind of like an interesting welcome home back, I guess. Right. I don't know. It's cool.
The same thing about Disney, though.
No. Oh my God.
Because I worked at Disney. I didn't work at SeaWorld.
I worked at SeaWorld.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah. I used to take pictures when you walk in. I was like, hey, could you guys all get together real quick? I want to get you guys all. Yeah.
So it's like, so it's fun. Like, that's amazing. It's like a little reunion. I love it. I love it. Well, tonight we're having an amazing show by both of you. It's going to be fun. Tell me a little bit about the show. What can the fans expect?
You know what's fun about these kind of shows is we just kind of obviously play hits that, of course, people love as far as NSYNC, and then we get to play some other songs. We get to have some friends out there. We're going to have Debbie Gibson. We're going to have Constantine come out, who was on American Idol as well and did Rock of Ages. So I love mixing it up and just having like pop, rock, a little bit of everything. So everybody kind of has a great time. Because sometimes, you know, when you hear one style of music, you're kind of like, okay, now what? I like to put in a little bit of rock, a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of everything.
It was kind of all pop. I mean, it's pop, and pop.
Yeah.
So
how do you guys decide like the lineup, like the set list?
I don't make any. I'm not allowed to make decisions.
No.
No, he just tells me where to go and what to do and when to be there and to save him all the time.
See, the tables have turned. That's what you're saying.
No, we've always saved you.
That's what I'm saying all the time. But now I was.
Still save you.
Now I don't know if I want to stand in the middle anymore with this fight going on. This is like I feel like we gotta have a conversation after this.
Yeah, we have to have a powwow later. It's very intense.
But listen, we gotta talk about this particular album that turns 23 years in just a couple weeks.
It's old enough to drink, this album, which is great.
For literally gonna say that.
Yeah, for like 2 years now. So it's like 23 isn't a fun number. 21 when it starts drinking. 22 you're like, well, you've been a year into drinking, and 23 you're just like, our album can't rent a car yet, and it just can drink, so it's like boring.
You see, I grew up in South America, so I could drink when this album was out already.
Nice. Okay, well, congrats. I was Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to be.
I was
21.
Drank on the album, which is
yeah,
crazy.
we're 21.
He
I was 21.
But dude, this is the album. I like love it, and this era was just amazing. First of all, because I was wondering who came out with the concept of like the puppets. Like, how did that even, it started?
That was me and Justin, and I think JC were in a black cab in London, and we were talking about the last record. And we were just breaking away from Lou Pearlman, and I was like, man, it's kind of like, Pinocchio with I Got No Strings. And then Justin was like, yeah, like kind of like No Strings Attached. And then JC said, yeah, I'm going to write a song called No Strings Attached.
For the Spanish fans, we were so excited to hear you guys sing in Spanish in this album because you got the Yo Te Voy a Amar version. Mm-hmm. How was that? Because, now it's obviously so common with the whole, sing in Spanish. But in that era, it was a big surprise for the Latin fan base. Yeah,
it was still new. Yeah, because they had the Latin explosion with J-Lo and stuff like that, Mark Anthony. Now a new wave, obviously, with like Luis Fonsi and all these other people. But it was interesting. The minute we did, they were like, you're singing in Spanish? I'm like, yes, but it was not easy.
I was going to say,
we had people helping us, coaching us through dialect and all that stuff, because you don't want to mess that up. I mean, you don't want to disrespect anybody's language, especially when you're doing it in another language. It's like you don't want to sound like an idiot saying all the words. So we
did amazing, and not only that, but like the music video is not like it's like dubbed. Like your moves are actually
we shot the video. We did an English version, and then literally right after that, we do the same scene but in Spanish.
Wow, that's amazing. Is this like? Can you say this was one of the most special albums that you guys did with NSYNC?
Well, it was one of the biggest, and it was, that was our album that we had our first album out, and your first album can go hit or miss. Luckily ours was pretty hit, and then the second album is the one that really, kind of gives you the staying power. It says, either that first album was a fluke, or you're a one-hit wonder, or this is going to be, big. And luckily, that second one blew up, and to our surprise, we got the tour off of it, and it was amazing.
And you are the founder of NSYNC. Yeah. You're the responsible.
Score.
You are the responsible.
Sorry about that.
No, sorry, no. Actually, thank you for that, because honestly, NSYNC is like, it's more than just being a fan. Like for people, like for me, like when I learn English, listen to your music. If I feel alone, I could just put my headphones and I will like literally enter into this world. And for people who were like bullied and everything, I know stories I've heard from so many fans. Like it was like escape. So it's more than just like a band. Yeah, exactly. To have that kind of impact on fans and stuff. Like, I'm sure you guys hear stories all the time. You have a meet and greet happen. I'm sure there's so many people that are gonna tell you so many things. What is like? Because it's more than just like, oh, I sold millions of records. You've impacted lives.
It's kind of really important to us because when we did the music, we started out loving what we were doing. Like I said, I was working here at SeaWorld. I was working at Universal. He was working at Universal. I was the Outback Steakhouse. I was going to school full time. And then I was trying to fit in this band, and guys would come and go because I couldn't, be there all the time for all the rehearsals because I was working, trying to make it. And then, once it happened, it was like our objective was to make fun music and to make great music. And once it started going out there and you saw the interaction and you saw how the people were reacting and the kids were coming up to us and what they were saying, it was really awesome and really important to us that we did have that kind of voice, and it was a positive voice. It was a positive time. It's not like today where you have there's a lot of negative energy, or there's a lot of, crazy songs that don't make sense, or they're about money and all this. Our biggest one was Just Got Paid, that was about money, and that's just like, hey, we're partying because it's Friday, It's not like there was no songs that were just like, they were all kind of uplifting, and it really was the times. It was a fun time.
No, it was amazing. It was so fun, and honestly, like, it was just like, it was such an era of like music and just becoming a fan and like all the stuff that came with it. From like, I don't know if you guys know, but Bye 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 is like the second most requested video and they stay the longest on TRL ever in the history of TRL. Yeah.
So, all 3 months?
Yeah. Well, as long as it was there, it was like the longest in TRL history, which TRL was created for, like, for this, like, for all the fans and all that stuff, which is amazing. Now, I know the Pop 2K tour is coming back.
Yep.
Like, can we please have a South Florida stop?
Yes.
My Pop 2K tour.
Yeah, are we having a South Florida stop, Carrie? We just did. Like, we were there not too long ago.
I remember Miami Beach. Yeah.
Yeah, Miami Beach.
But I know it's going on another run, but we need, we can't get enough. Well, this is where the boy bands are from.
We've
Florida.
changed it up a little bit too. There's a lot more like, I don't just host it anymore. Like, I get to go out and have fun, and so it's and the guys are awesome. We bring Ryan Cabrera. We had Mark McGrath with us for a long time, so it was like there's a great lineup. It's a lot of fun to do, and hopefully we'll be around here. Carrie, make that happen.
I put her in the spot now. Now we gotta have a South Florida. What about Joey? I know you do the Joey and Friends.
South Florida. No. Yeah, Joey and Friends. It's just fun. Something that I've been doing. I'm doing like it's nice because it's different groups of different things that I've been doing. Obviously, we're doing it today with me and Chris. Another time I did a show with After Party, which is a different group of people as well. So we just kind of, like I said, try to make it more like pop, rock. I mean, last night we did a gig with Bret Michaels, which was amazing. Done stuff with Dee Schneider and Scott Stapp from Creed. So did who else? Rob Bass. So all these different people, and it's been fun. It's been a nice, fun thing because, again, people love different types and different genres of music, so why not give it to them?
Right. No, I love it. And since we're talking about tours, there's this rumor, and I want you guys to clarify if this is true. Is it true that there is an NSYNC and Backstreet Boys stadium tour that's getting ready to happen? Is this true? I want to hear if
actually in
or is this just
now.
like...
I look like I'm really
so busy.
So it's not true
This is just
because
like
Twitter confuses everybody. So I want to hear.
I don't know who started this Backstreet Boys NSYNC rumor.
Okay. I'll say it right now. It's because of AJ. Okay. AJ did it a while back when he said back sync, and then everybody went nuts. And then all of a sudden when he did the thing again.
You and Lance were with him saying.
Yes, but he said that. But then all of a sudden again it happened with there was something else that they did, another event, and then it sparked the interest again. And then people were like, oh, let's go.
No.
So it's not happening, people. It's not happening.
There's no negative. And don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. It's not negativity. It's just, getting 5 guys all together to do stuff. And also, Backstreet's been on tour the whole time. So there's no room for it.
So create a playlist on YouTube with both bands and just like stream it in your house and start screaming. Basically,
if we ever did something.
Dolls.
Exactly. Yeah, the dolls.
She don't need Backstreet.
And I know you've been a guest at Lance's podcast. Are you gonna be on, Chris?
On what?
On Lance's podcast.
Lance has a podcast?
Yeah, Frosted Tip.
Frosted. I didn't.
That's
have
where all the
Frosted
tea
Tips.
from NSYNC goes out, so we need you there.
I didn't have Frosted Tips.
You what?
I never had Frosted Tips.
You never did? Well, it's okay. You can go and like.
I've got one coming out called Pineapple Head.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's a new thing. It's gonna be great. Hi, I'm Chris.
And I'm Joey.
We want to say hi to everybody watching Otra Fiesta.
Yes, otra fiesta, very otra and very fiesta.
Very fiesta. Muy fiesta.
Muy.